Hi everyone! I know that a lot of you are probably thinking, Kat, where did you go again? And honestly, I wish I had an interesting story this time. Like, I don't know, I got kidnapped or I went somewhere interesting. But I've just been kind of busy. But I felt the need to make a video this week mostly because, as you all know, next Friday is Valentine's Day. So, you know, any of those secret lovers out there, you got about 6 days. So this week's video is just a list of the traits that I find attractive in a person. And so as some of you might have noticed, this video's title is a little bit different than some other YouTubers' videos like this. And that is because even though I have spent 17 years in this body trying to figure out who I am, I still don't really have a very good idea of who I am. And so I'm not going to limit myself to just one gender. And honestly, if anyone has these traits, I'm going to like you. But anyway, here we go. Here's a list of traits that I find attractive in people. Now, the one trait that I find most attractive in anyone is someone's musical ability. If someone can, say, play the guitar or play the piano, it is the most attractive thing you can find in a person. Now, if that ability happens to be in singing, no, I'm not saying that sing-offs every week and musical duets would not be adorable. I'm just saying that my competitive personality might get in the way of that. But anyway, moving on. The next trait that I like to see in someone is they are honest. Now for me, this is a huge one. And it's not just like you're not gonna lie to me. I like people who are brutally honest with me. I mean, if something about me bugs you, I want you to tell me. Now I'm not saying that your brutal honesty has to be blunt. I mean, yes, I do want people to tell me if something about me bugs them, but I want them to be polite about it. I mean, is that too much to ask? The next trait that I find really attractive in someone is that they are non-judgmental. Now, I used to think that this didn't have to be said and it could just be inferred, but if you check out my feminist video, that obviously is not the case. I mean, seriously? Slut-shaming? What is this, the 50s? If anyone around me characterizes themselves with something that ends with ism or ist, it's a huge turnoff, and I don't want anything to do with it. On a completely different subject, another trait that I find so attractive in people is if they're a little bit of a nerd. Now for me, this goes two ways. The first one is the more traditional role of the nerd, where they play video games, or they read comic books, or I don't know, fill in your own nerd stereotype here. I mean, if there are any nerd guys out there who play video games and are willing to like teach me how to play or collect comic books and let me read them or like explain the world to me, I would be so into that. I'd probably hog the system and steal your comic books, but I'd be so into it. Now the second type that fits under this category that I find attractive is someone who is passionate about something. It doesn't have to be anything that is associated with the stereotypical nerd. It can be making YouTube videos, making music, wearing funny hats every day, or being funny. But if you are passionate about something and you throw yourself into it, that is so attractive. Now the last trait that I find so attractive in people is if people are accepting. Now this might fit under the non-judgmental category, but I felt like it needed a category of its own, especially with my definition of it. Now if you guys don't know me outside my YouTube videos, you might not know this, but I am not your example of a stereotypical teen. I'm not gonna lie, I've got issues. Everyone's got issues. But if someone is able to see those flaws, see me, and accept me fully for who I am, that's the best thing someone can be. But anyway, that's all I really have to say. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give me a huge thumbs up because it really helps me out. And if you liked that video, click that subscribe button because I try to put out new videos every Sunday. And if you guys have noticed, I am not in my usual background. I decided that instead of sitting down when I do my videos, I wanted to stand, and so right now I'm standing in front of my closet because it's the only blank space I have. Speaking of that, if you guys have any ideas for what to put on this wall, because I do not want it to be just a blank wall forever, then leave a comment below and who knows, maybe I'll do it. That is all I have to say for this week, and I will see you all next Sunday.